Trial version.
Please raise your hand. Be honest about it, nothing to be embarrassed
Trial
about.
version.
Do you all know what is the meaning of yeah, good morning. What is the meaning of
Trial
oppression?
version.
Anupriya, what is the meaning of oppression, dear?
Trial version. Trial version. Trial version.
Anupriya, can you hear me?
Trial version. Trial version.
Shinjini, what does oppression
Ma'am,
mean?
it's like oppressive, ma'am,
Trial
unjust
version.
behavior, like unjust
Not
treatment.
unjust.
Which is
Oppression
not.
means it is kind of a tyrannical behavior,
version.
harsh behavior, extremely harsh behavior, that is oppression.
Trial
So
version.
here, if the man is
Trial
the
version.
oppressor, the hoops are the agent of
Trial
torture. Oppression means torture. Okay. So he says
Trial version.
there is a man
Trial version.
and there are hoops. And now we come to the most important
version.
part. There is a constant flowing guilt. Now, how many of you
version.
have aquarium at home? Does anyone have aquarium at home? Even if you
Trial
do not
version.
have an aquarium at home, have you seen the mechanism by which it works?
Trial version.
Have you seen there is a channel and you have to attach, there is a thing which you have to attach actually
Trial
to the
version.
circuit, the electrical circuit through which the bubbles are constantly created?
Trial version.
So you know
Trial
why the
version.
bubbles are created? What is the science behind that? Why do we need to have that constant
version.
thing? What happens?
Passes the
Ma'am,
air.
it's the flow of, yes,
Trial
ma'am.
Ma'am,
version.
the oxygen, proper flow of oxygen.
Yes,
Correct.
ma'am, the oxygen is
Trial
also
version.
moved and then it's not stagnant water there.
Correct. Very good. So this is the flow
Trial
of the
version.
oxygen which is actually done. Now here when the dolphin says there is a constant
Trial version.
flowing guilt. First of all, constant flowing.
Trial version.
Let's forget
Trial
the
version.
word guilt first. Let's not take it. There is a constant flowing circuit.
Trial
What
version.
is constantly flowing? The water, the oxygen.
Trial
Remember
version.
when I started the
Trial
poem
version.
yesterday, I said, where is the poem set? It is set in a big aquarium.
Trial version.
It is a big water park. So even
Trial
in the
version.
water park, it's not a natural water
Trial
body,
version.
right? We know that. It is a man-made water body. So within the man-made
Trial
water body,
version.
the ones here who go for swimming,
Trial version.
if you are in a swimming pool, you know there is that particular
Trial
thing
version.
where these bubbles, it's constantly to clean that bit. So here there is a constant
Trial version.
flowing circulation
Trial
of
version.
water. Clear up to that? Let's not talk about
Trial
the word
version.
guilt. First, I said there is a constant inflow of water in the pool.
Trial
Now
version.
let's come to the word guilt. The dolphin says, as the
Trial
water
version.
is constantly moving within the closed enclosure,
version. Trial
I
version.
repeat, I said, as the water is constantly being
Trial
pumped
version.
and it's constantly being channelized through the
Trial
circuit,
version.
something
Trial version.
else is also being transmitted through the circuit. What is it?
Trial
The
version.
guilt. Now, the question is,
Trial version.
whose guilt is it?
Trial version.
Who does he feel is guilty
Trial
that the
version.
dolphin is captured?
Trial version.
The dolphin says there is a constant
Trial
circulation of the water. And
Trial
with the
version.
circulation of the water, there is a constant movement of the guilt.
Trial version.
My question to you is, think hard and tell me, whose guilt
Trial
can
version.
this be?
I'm the person who has
Trial version.
brought the
Trial
dolphin.
version.
Tamanna, if the person
Trial
who had
version.
brought the dolphin was guilty, then he would not be oppressing them
version.
with the hoops.
Trial version.
Are you getting my point?
Yes.
So it can't be the man? Yeah,
Trial
Aditi?
version.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
can
it's
I
the
say?
guilt.
Trial version.
Sorry, Aditi?
Ma'am, it's the
Trial
guilt of
version.
the dolphins because they feel guilty to have been captured by the man in the
No.
first.
Trial version.
No.
Trial
If
version.
you are captured, if you are humiliated,
version.
why would you feel guilty?
Ma'am, it's the guilt of the water, like,
Trial version. Trial version.
You are near. You are actually inching closer. Please note, it
Trial
is the
version.
guilt of the system. It is the guilt of the system.
version.
Now, what do I mean by system? Here, the system means the mechanical system
Trial
of the
version.
inflow of the water, which Anupriya talks about.
Trial
But
version.
when I talk about it in the
Trial
greater
version.
perspective, system means oppressing the weaker ones
Trial version.
by the stronger ones.
Trial version.
The system means whenever, as
Trial
long
version.
as man will be on top, animals will be oppressed.
Trial version.
I don't think there will
Trial
ever be a
version.
day when all of us will be inside a zoo
Trial
and the
version.
tigers and the monkeys will come to buy tickets and watch human beings perform.
Trial version. Trial version.
Just imagine the gorilla or the chimpanzees waiting outside the cage
Trial version.
to see Aditi Chopra or Anupriya Chattopadhyay or maybe S. Roy Chaudhuri to perform.
Trial version.
And the monkey says, hey Jamura,
Trial
naach,
version.
mere liye naach. Because we have spent money. It won't happen. So
Ma'am, it
Trial
might
version.
happen, ma'am, because nowadays
Trial version.
everywhere there are monkeys and animals roaming around freely
Trial
and
version.
people are covering inside their houses. So someday maybe.
we don't know. We
Trial
don't know. I mean,
version.
everything is turning
Trial
topsy-turvy. We don't know. But here, yes, the guilt is,
Trial
please
version.
note, I repeat, the guilt is the guilt of the system. Now
Trial
continue
version.
writing.
Trial version.
The system admits
Trial version.
that it is wrong to oppress. The system
Trial
admits
version.
that it is wrong to oppress, but can't
Trial
change
version.
itself. The system can't change. You know, you
Trial
just
version.
can't change it,
Trial
as I
version.
said. Imagine now the dolphin on the top and the man in the water.
Trial version.
It can't change. So the whole system is guilty.
Trial version.
The whole idea of
Trial version.
oppressing the dolphin, that is guilty. That is the constant flowing guilt.
Trial
However,
version.
this system, this
Trial
idea,
version.
this method, it cannot change.
Trial version.
Have you understood? Any question
version.
regarding this?
Trial version.
So when you are writing your answer, I repeat one small
Trial
note of
version.
caution. Please and please and please. A lot of
Trial
rubbish
version.
is
Trial
written
version.
in the workbooks. Literature workbooks, I know.
Trial
Please
version.
don't copy it and write that the man is guilty or the dolphin is guilty.
Trial
Whatever,
version. Trial version.
please. It is just the guilt of the system. Okay?
Trial version.
We have found no truth in these waters.
Trial version.
No explanations
Trial version.
tremble on our flesh. We have found no truth in these waters.
Trial
Underline
version.
the word truth.
Trial
Now,
version.
what does he mean
Trial
by
version.
the expression truth? What is truth?
Trial version. Trial
We
version.
have
Trial
found no
version.
truth in these waters.
Trial
Now,
version.
okay.
This is not the real sea or ocean in which they
Correct.
attack.
Correct. So in the real
Trial
sea or
version.
ocean, what happens? Every day, every moment, every new wave
Trial
brings
version.
a new challenge. Correct? Every moment that you
Trial
are swimming
version.
in the open sea, there is a new challenge. There is a new experience. So
Trial
here
version.
in this man-made water body, there is no wave.
Trial
There is
version.
no ripple.
Trial version.
Because remember, like Sebastian said, I am still water. I'm
Trial
waiting
version.
to be pushed. Do you remember? Hereditary
Trial
sloth
version.
instructs me. So
Trial
help me,
version.
give me the push. It's the same thing with a man-made water body.
Trial version.
Here you don't find the waves. Here
Trial
you
version.
don't find anything new,
Trial
anything
version.
challenging. It is the same thing. It is the sameness. It is the boredom.
Trial
So
version.
in this atmosphere,
Trial
the
version.
dolphin says there is no truth.
Trial
So please
version.
underline the word truth and write down. He does not gain
Trial
any
version.
new experience
version.
here. He does not
Trial
gain
version.
any new experience here.
Trial version. Trial version.
No new experience here. Why I told
Trial
you?
version.
Because it is the sameness. It is
Trial
the, just
version.
write down the word monotony.
Trial version.
There is just monotony here. Nothing new. No
Trial
challenge.
version.
You don't get to
Trial
explore
version.
anything. What do I explore? It's the
Trial
same thing
version.
every day. It's the same
Trial
thing.
version.
You know, The ones who know Bengali, there is a saying in Bengali, Thor bori khara, khara bori thor. I don't know whether you know it about that or not. It's the same thing. You
Trial
start with
version.
the same and you end with the same. It's a sameness of life. So, no
version. Trial
explanations tremble on our flesh. No explanations tremble. Here, explanation tremble means, remember,
version.
yesterday
Trial
I was
version.
talking about a fact called the electromagnetic field, which the dolphins
Trial
create
version.
to kind of, transmit information.
Trial version.
So what you do is underline
Trial
that whole
version.
line and start writing. Start writing, please. It will take some space. So
Trial
wherever
version.
you find space, write down. You can even
Trial
write on
version.
the top of Sarojini Naidu's head.
Trial version.
Okay, start writing. The dolphins derive
version.
information.
Trial version.
The dolphins derive
Trial
information
version.
about their surrounding. The dolphins derive
Trial version.
information about the surrounding
Trial version.
through their skin. Through their skin.
Trial version.
About the surrounding. About the
version.
surrounding through their skin.
Trial version. Trial version.
And react to the
Trial version.
minute changes and
Trial
react
version.
to
Trial
the
version.
minute changes in the electromagnetic
Trial version.
field. React to the minute changes
Trial
in
version.
the electromagnetic field.
Trial version. Trial version.
Full stop. Continue, please.
Trial version.
Within the narrow confines of the aquarium,
Trial version.
within
Trial version.
the narrow confines of
Trial
the
version.
aquarium, within the narrow confines of
Trial
the
version. Trial version.
aquarium, they cannot
Trial version.
create the electromagnetic fields.
Trial version.
They cannot create the electromagnetic fields,
Trial version.
and hence
Trial version.
are
Trial version.
deprived, and hence are deprived
Trial version.
of any, and
Trial
hence
version.
are deprived of
Trial
any
version.
new experience, and hence are deprived
version.
of any
Trial
new
version.
experience.
Trial
Try
version.
to imagine, therefore, what is, first read it, what you have written. Read it.
Trial
Just read it to
version.
yourself
Trial
and tell
version.
me if you have understood.
Trial version.
You know what happens is whenever you're flowing in the water,
Trial version.
in the
Trial version.
ocean, in the sea, there is a constant flow, there is a constant
version.
inflow of the waves. So because of the reaction of the waves, you are able
Trial
to create that
version.
electromagnetic field. And as a result, suppose I have to communicate with
Trial
Aditi or
version.
Anupriya. What do? We create that electromagnetic
Trial
field
version.
amongst
Trial
us.
version.
And that's how our skin, my skin would
Trial
react
version.
to Aditi, Aditi's skin would react to Anupriya.
Trial
So we
version.
create that electromagnetic
Trial
field.
version.
How does it happen? Because of the movement of the water. Here,
Trial version.
in this water body
Trial version.
of the aquarium, what is the condition of the water? Is
Trial
it
version.
static or is it moving?
Trial
Static.
version.
It's static.
Trial
So we
version.
all know, you have all done at least that much of physics, you know, that it is impossible
Trial
to create
version.
any kind of electricity or any
Trial
kind of,
version.
energy out of a static body. Am I
Trial
right,
version.
Rakesh?
Trial version.
I-
Yes, ma'am, you're right.
Am I right? Okay.
Trial
I was a
version.
little worried maybe I'm saying something wrong. Okay, so here what happens is, therefore, if
Trial
I
version.
now go
Trial
back to the
version.
first stanza where the dolphin says, the other's movement
version.
forms my thoughts. Now it becomes even clearer. What is
Trial
clear?
version.
whatever I feel, my pain, how do
Trial
I
version.
see my pain? We are not creating the electromagnetic field.
Trial
But when I
version.
see my partner, she is reflecting my pain. I see
Trial
my
version.
pain in her dance. I see my pain in her movement.
Trial version.
I see my
Trial
pain
version.
in her silence. That means I am now incapable of thinking.
Trial
I am
version.
incapable of feeling. She has become my
version.
mirror.
Trial
Remember
version.
in The Spider and the Fly, the spider gave one last invitation to the
Trial
fly
version.
saying, come and look at yourself in
Trial
the
version.
parlor. There is a looking glass.
Trial version.
You can look at yourself in the mirror. Remember, we all love to look at ourselves, I said.
Trial
We
version.
enjoy that. It's called
Trial
self-love.
version.
Now here, instead of self-love,
Trial
the
version.
female dolphin becomes the mirror for the male dolphin, where
Trial
he
version.
sees his
Trial
reflection.
version.
What reflection? What is the other dolphin reflecting for
Trial
him?
version.
His pain, his
Trial
anguish. I'm giving you a word. If you can
Trial
use it, please
version.
use it.
Trial version.
Please pronounce this word for me.
Trial version. Trial version.
How is it pronounced?
Trial version.
Ma'am, angst. In American
It's
English,
pronounced as
angst.
angst. Angst means your
Trial
moral
version.
dilemma, your
Trial
fear,
version.
your anxiety, everything put together. So
Trial
she
version.
reflects him. Such a beautiful way. Reason? I am not
Trial
able to
version.
create
Trial
that
version.
electromagnetic field here. There is no knowledge here. Nothing new here.
Trial version.
It's the same thing where my Monday looks like my Wednesday
Trial
and my
version.
Wednesday looks like a Sunday. That means all the days they ultimately look the same.
Trial version.
I am not able to differentiate. Am I clear up to
Trial
this?
version. Trial
Tell me.
version.
Have you understood up to this, children?
Yes,
Any
ma'am.
doubt? Okay.
Trial version.
We were
Trial
blessed.
version.
And now we are
Trial
not.
version.
We were blessed. When were they blessed?
Trial
Ma'am,
version.
when they were in ocean,
Trial version.
So, what is that word associated with a blessing? What is a
Trial
blessing for
version.
all of us? Why do we say we are
ma'am, we are
blessed?
free. Ma'am, we are
Correct.
freedom. Like,
Please write down the word
Trial
freedom.
version. Trial version.
Freedom was a blessing for them once. So he's now becoming
Trial version.
nostalgic. He goes to the past. There's a word. You must have
Trial
heard about
version.
it. Still, there's no harm writing it.
Trial version.
Have you heard about it? Reminisces
Trial
means to
version.
think
Trial
about the
version.
past. So the dolphin reminisces about the days of the past and says, we
Trial
were blessed
version.
then, and now we are not. Now we are not. Reason?
Trial version.
What has been snatched?
Trial version.
What has been taken away?
Trial version.
Our freedom. What is freedom? Our basic
Trial
right.
version.
The
Trial
Constitution even says that. I don't remember which article in the
Trial
Constitution, I've forgotten it, but it is man's first basic right.
Trial
The
version.
right
Trial
to
version.
freedom. Freedom in body, freedom in speech, freedom
Trial
in mind.
version.
Total
Trial version. Trial
it's
version.
total emancipation. That means we were
Trial version.
emancipated.
Trial
We were
version.
free then. We were liberated then. When we were out in the ocean, we
Trial
could
version.
sing, dance, talk, dream,
version.
imagine.
Trial version.
Like, you know, the song of Lennon, John Lennon's song Imagine. So they
Trial
could
version.
imagine. Today, in
Trial
captivity,
version.
what has been taken away from you?
Trial version.
Your power to imagine. You can't imagine. Nothing trembles on our
Trial
body
version.
anymore. The electromagnetic
Trial version.
field has been destroyed. Nothing trembles.
Trial version.
Nothing new comes. So we have lost the blessing. After
version.
traveling such space for
version.
days, we began to translate. Please underline
Trial
such
version.
space. Just underline such space and write down.
Trial version.
The
Trial version.
confines of the barricade. Such space, underline and
version.
write the confines of the
Trial
barricade.
version. Trial version.
barricade. The confines
version.
of the barricade. Do you know what a barricade is?
Trial version. Trial version.
You know, we surprisingly somehow nowadays use this even in Bangla when we are talking. Barricade
version.
bhenge chole gelo. It has
Trial
come
version.
into our colloquial
Trial
usage.
version.
So what is a barricade? A barricade is an enclosure.
Trial version.
A barricade is an enclosure. So he says, after traveling such
Trial
space for
version.
days, we
Trial
began
version.
to translate. Underline, began to translate.
Trial version.
And write down. We have finally understood.
Trial version.
We have finally understood our pathetic
Trial version.
condition. We have finally
Trial version.
understood
Trial version.
our pathetic condition.
Trial version.
We have finally understood
version.
our pathetic condition. Now think
Trial
about
version.
it. You know, for the first few days, you're not able to realize.
Trial version.
You think that, you know, if you
Trial
kind of, you
version.
know, swim a little more, you will find the waves. You keep swimming.
Trial
You
version.
keep swimming. You even swim against the tide. After a few days, you realize
Trial
every
version.
time you
Trial
try to
version.
go out into the open sea, you get hit against the barricade and you
Trial
feel
version.
this is the end of it. I can't swim any further. So after a
Trial
few
version.
days,
Trial
you
version.
suddenly come to the realization. What is the realization?
Trial version.
This is my world. I can't
Trial
escape.
version. Trial version.
I have to swim here. I have to dance here. And the most important thing,
Trial
we
version.
can't survive outside this world. That
Trial
is my
version.
translation. So translation
Trial
here
version.
means the understanding, the deep understanding that we
Trial
have
version.
been,
Trial version.
supply the word,
Trial
we
version.
have been,
Captivated.
Imprisoned.
yes, we have been imprisoned, we have been
Trial
captured,
version.
we have been
Trial
captivated.
version.
And there is no, finish it,
Trial
there is
version.
no,
Escape from it.
correct,
Trial
there is
version.
no escape from it. Thank you.
Trial version.
It was the same
Trial version.
space. Just circle the word same.
Trial version.
Just circle the word same and write down.
Trial
Monotony
version.
of their life.
Trial version.
Monotony of their life. It is the same space
Trial version.
always. And above,
Trial
it
version.
is the man. It was the
Trial
same
version.
space. It is the same space. And above it is the man.
Trial version. Trial version.
I have a question here because, you know, Dolphin kind of brings out a lot of questions.
Trial version.
Why does he first say it was the same space? Then why does
Trial
he bring
version.
in the present and
Trial
say
version.
it is the same space always? I don't want
Trial
Aditi to
version.
answer. I want somebody else to answer. Sorry,
Trial
Aditi.
version.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
Tamanna?
because when
Trial version.
ma'am, because when the dolphin thought that they will escape, matlab, they are in the
Trial
sea,
version.
they used to
Trial
swim and
version.
swim, but they cannot get out. So they
Trial version.
think that it was the past. That in the past also they were surrounded and
Trial version.
captured,
Trial
and
version.
now in the present when they have realized, then also they think that they are
Trial version.
That
captured.
means the situation remains, Tamanna. The situation remains.
Trial
Monotony.
version.
And the situation remains. Supply that word.
Trial
Ma'am,
version.
It won't.
confined.
No. The situation remains
Trial version.
un.
Trial version.
Unchanged.
Trial
Correct.
version.
It remains unchanged.
Yes.
That's the
Trial
reason
version.
why was and is. Please
Trial
note,
version.
for the dolphins, the situation remains unchanged. Now,
Trial
above
version.
it is the man.
Trial
Underline,
version.
above it is the man and write down.
Trial version.
He controls their
Trial
fate
version.
and independence. He controls their
Trial
fate
version.
and independence.
Trial
So
version.
here, if I say that the man, excuse me,
Trial version.
the man controls
Trial
their
version.
fate and the man controls their independence, what
Trial version.
am I trying to equate this man with?
Trial version.
What has the man become in their
Trial
life?
version.
Ma'am, the tides, the waves.
Trial
Ma'am, because
version.
the waves takes.
No,
Trial
no, no,
version.
no, no, no. The man is above,
Trial version.
controlling my
The
life.
God.
Correct. The man has become the God.
Trial
He is
version.
their God
Trial
who
version.
controls. But what sort of a God is this? It is not a benevolent
Trial
God.
version.
It is not a merciful God. This is the malevolent God.
Trial version.
Like the God of Caliban's mother, Setebus.
Trial
Is
version.
the stanza clear? Just
Yes,
go
ma'am.
through it once quickly.
Trial version.
Tell me,
Trial
if you have
version.
any query, I'll go back. Otherwise, I'll proceed. Just go through it once.
Trial version. Trial version. Trial version. Trial version. Trial version. Trial version.
It can be the slightest of doubt. It can be any word. It can be anything. Ask me, please.
Trial version. Trial version. Trial version.
Adrija, have you understood?
Trial version. Trial version.
Yes, ma'am.
Vijay Lakshmi,
Trial version.
Yes, ma'am.
Trial
Shinjini,
version.
Sonu.
Trial version.
Yes, ma'am.
Sonu, have you?
Trial version. Trial version.
And
Trial
Shinjini,
version.
next time I give you a name for something, you better not come out of it.
Trial version. Trial version.
Is that clear?
Trial version.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So can we proceed?
Trial version. Trial version.
And
Yes,
now
ma'am.
we are no longer blessed. It's the same thing.
Trial version.
For the world will not deepen to dream in.
Trial
When do
version.
we dream? Like, what sort of an atmosphere do you require to dream?
Trial version.
And when we
Ma'am,
are
when we are
free.
in deep sleep,
Peaceful.
When
Trial
you are in
version.
deep peace,
Trial version.
right? When the mind is completely relaxed, you start dreaming.
Trial version.
Here, the world
Trial
will
version.
not deepen to dream in.
Trial version.
Deepen means the dolphin here is talking about, I think Anupriya wants to say
Trial
something.
version.
Let's hear.
Trial version.
Say, come on, say.
no,
Trial
ma'am,
version.
nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
No, ma'am.
When we are talking about the deepening, it means, please write,
Trial version.
the
Trial version.
deep ocean, the depth of the ocean.
Trial
That
version.
means the dolphins would go deep down
Trial version.
under
Trial
the
version.
sea, and they would actually rest on the bed of the ocean. They would rest on the bed of the
Trial
sea.
version.
They would just go down. And what would happen? They would
Trial
rest
version.
there and they would
Trial
dream.
version.
Dream of what? The question comes now. Dream of
Trial version.
the unexplored part of the ocean.
Trial version.
Dream of a new adventure.
Trial
I think
version.
most of us, we have watched this very beautiful movie, Finding Nemo.
Trial version.
Many of us, I know
Trial
it's
version.
such a
Trial
positive
version.
and it's such a beautiful, beautiful movie, Finding Nemo
Trial
and Finding
version.
Dory. Is it Finding Nemo or was it Finding Dory?
Trial version.
Ma'am, both.
Ma'am, both.
Both, no, right? I've watched both, Finding Nemo and Finding Dory.
Trial version.
So, it's the same thing. When you go deep down under the
Trial
depth
version.
of the sea, you sit there,
Trial
you
version.
rest there, and you start dreaming of new challenges. So here he says,
Trial
now we
version.
all know when we go for swimming in a swimming pool,
Trial version.
there is a certain depth of the swimming pool.
Trial version.
Beyond that, you can't expect maybe 9 feet, maybe 14 feet, not beyond that.
Trial version.
It
Trial
can't go
version.
deeper than that. So when he says the world will not
Trial
deepen to
version.
dream in, that means he says, write down, we are deprived
version.
of
Trial
the
version.
pleasure. We are, you will write day,
Trial
we
version.
are deprived of the pleasure to dream of. We
Trial
are
version.
deprived of the pleasure to dream of newer
Trial
challenges.
version.
We are deprived of the pleasure
Trial version.
to dream
version.
of newer challenges. That means there
Trial
is no
version.
depth. You know, even today, when we talk about
Trial
somebody,
version.
like, you know, you meet somebody
Trial version.
and I ask you, well, what's your opinion about the person? You know, common thing is we say, ma'am, the
Trial
person
version.
doesn't have a depth, very shallow.
Trial version.
What do we mean by that? That means the
Trial
person
version.
does not introspect much, does not go inside. The person is only concerned
Trial
about the
version.
superficial surface
Trial
level.
version.
The person only thinks about money, only thinks
Trial
about
version.
maybe marks and certain things, but doesn't go deep down. It's the same thing
Trial
here.
version. Trial
The
version.
dolphin says we do not have the joy of going deep down under
Trial
the
version.
ocean and dreaming.
Trial version.
The other knows.
Trial version.
He does not mention
Trial
what.
version.
The other knows. And out of love reflects me for
Trial
myself.
version.
The other knows.
Trial version.
I want you to fill the blank in. The
Trial
other
version.
knows what.
Trial version.
Sakshi,
Trial
what does the
version.
other know?
Trial version. Trial version. Trial version.
Sakshi, can you hear me?
Trial version.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What do you think the other knows? The other knows.
Trial version. Trial
He has
version.
left something unsaid intentionally. So the
Trial
other
version.
knows my.
Trial
No,
version.
the other knows. The
Trial
other is the
version.
other dolphin Anubhav. So what does the other know about me?
Trial version.
I said the other dolphin is the speaker
Trial
dolphin's
version.
mirror. What does the
Trial
mirror
version.
reflect? What
Ma'am,
you
the pain.
show to the mirror. So the other, yes, Shinjini?
Trial version.
The
Trial version.
pain.
Correct. Please note, the other knows my pain.
Trial version.
And therefore, out of love,
Trial version.
reflects
Trial
me
version.
for myself. I told you. Please underline this line,
Trial version.
reflects me for myself, and write down. There is
Trial
complete
version.
mutual
Trial
understanding.
version.
There is complete mutual understanding
Trial
between the
version.
two. There is complete
version.
mutual understanding
Trial
between the
version.
two. And
Trial
the
version.
female dolphin
Trial version.
and the female dolphin
Trial version.
defines.
Trial version.
The female dolphin defines the male dolphin.
Trial version.
The female dolphin defines the male dolphin
Trial version.
in totality. Defines the male
version.
dolphin
Trial
in
version.
totality. You know, that is what
Trial
we
version.
call as, I'm giving the word here. This
Trial version.
understanding or something is
Trial
called,
version.
it is my favorite
Trial
word.
version. Trial version.
It's called camaraderie. If you
Trial
don't
version.
know this, I'm giving you a simple word for this.
Trial version. Trial version.
It means companionship.
Trial version.
Okay. So there is camaraderie, there is companionship, there
Trial
is
version.
bonding, there is understanding, or we say, like, you know, in
Trial
maths, we
version.
have this.
Trial version. Trial version.
We know about complementary angles. So they complement each
Trial
other.
version.
Not PLI, but PLE.
Trial version. Trial version.
Am I clear up to this? Out of love reflects me
version.
for myself.
Yes,
Have I
ma'am.
been able to explain up to this, all of you? Have you
Trial version.
understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We
Trial
see
version.
our silver
Trial
skin flash by like memory of somewhere else.
Trial version.
Silver skin. Underline silver skin and write down. The moonlight
Trial version.
shimmering on their body. The moonlight shimmering
version.
on their body as they would travel long
Trial version.
distance.
Trial version.
The moonlight
version.
shimmering on their body as they would
Trial
travel
version.
long
Trial
distance.
version. Trial
in the
version.
vast expanse of the sea, as they would travel long
version.
distance,
Trial version.
in the vast expanse of the sea,
Trial
in
version.
shoals, the vast expanse of the sea,
Trial version.
in
Trial
shoals, shoals. Shoals
version.
means in groups. The vast expanse in shoals during
Trial
night
version.
time. During night time. You know, the dolphins, they have a habit of
Trial
usually
version.
making the journey during night time. They travel in
Trial
groups.
version.
And it's a beautiful,
version.
beautiful image. If you're sitting by the seashore, if you're lucky enough, the skin is completely
version.
jet black. And on top of that jet
Trial
black
version.
skin, the moonlight, it falls and
version.
shimmers. So he says, I'm thinking about the past and it flashes like
version.
memory of somewhere else.
Trial version.
Somewhere else, I'm reminded of the past.
Trial version.
When we used to journey through the vast ocean and when the moonlight
Trial
used
version.
to reflect
Trial
on
version.
our body. That was a wonderful, wonderful occasion.
Trial version.
There is a colored ball. We have to balance till the man
Trial
has
version.
disappeared. We talked about the hoops, remember, the first symbol of torture.
Trial version.
Now comes the second symbol of torture, the colored ball. Please underline
version.
colored
Version.
ball. Now, you know, this is another kind of a game. If you have watched a dolphin show,
Trial
the
version.
dolphins have to balance the ball on their snout.
Trial version.
You have to
Trial
balance
version.
it. Now here, please underline colored ball and start writing.
Trial version.
All of you start writing.
Trial
I'm writing
version.
it in the
Trial
chat
version.
box. It would be easy for you to take.
Trial version. Trial version. Trial version.
The colored ball is a parodic,
version. Trial
garish substitute for the moon. It is a
Trial
parodic, garish substitute
Trial
for
version.
the moon.
Trial version.
I'll explain it. Don't worry. First, write this. That means when they were swimming
version.
across the ocean, what would be
Trial
giving them
version.
company? The moon.
Trial version.
Here, you know, it's like the baby is
Trial
crying.
version. Trial
You
version.
have taken the mother of the child away from the baby. And what are you giving
Trial
the
version.
child instead of the mother to play with? A toy. When the child cries each time.
Trial version.
It's a parody. What's a parody means? You know, it's a mockery. It's a
Trial
mockery.
version.
It's a complete mockery of something natural. And
Trial
garish
version.
means something
Trial
very, very
version.
outlandish, very weird, very strange. It's a very strange
Trial
substitute.
version.
Think about it. You take something natural
version.
away from my life.
Trial
The
version.
natural moon is replaced because you know where are they living? It's an enclosed
Trial
enclosure.
version.
It's covered.
Trial
They can
version.
never see the moon anymore. So instead of the
Trial
moon, what
version.
has man given them? Man has given them something circular. But what is this
Trial
circular
version.
thing? It's
Trial
a colored
version.
ball. It's no longer the white shining ball, the natural
version.
moon. That is a parody. It is a complete topsy-turvy
Trial version.
of the normal situation. The normal situation has been turned topsy-turvy, where
Trial
all
version.
the normal emotions have been replaced
version.
by something which is so
Trial
artificial. So the colored ball, which is an artificial round object,
Trial version.
has replaced the
Trial version.
natural moon, which was associated with freedom.
Trial version.
I repeat, the moon is a natural object, we know. And
Trial
every
version.
time, you know,
Trial
when
version.
the dolphins would be jumping and swimming in the sea, when
Trial
you
version.
look up at the moon, what does it tell you? What sense does it give you? What
Trial
idea does
version.
it give you? A sense of joy, a sense of liberation, a sense of
Trial
freedom.
version.
Now, instead of that circular object called the moon,
Trial
you
version.
have now been
Trial
given
version.
another circular object. But this is a man-made object, a
Trial
plastic
version.
toy, a colored ball. And every time
Trial
now
version.
you see this,
Trial
does it
version.
fill you with joy? What does it therefore fill you with?
Trial
It
version.
fills you with agony. It fills you
Trial
with
version.
pain. It fills you with
Trial
anger.
version.
It fills you with frustration. It fills you with despair. It
Trial
fills you
version.
with hopelessness.
Trial version.
That's the colored ball. So there is a colored ball which
Trial
we have to
version.
balance. Balance, it's another difficult task. Performing a difficult
Trial
task.
version. Trial
And how
version.
long do we perform it? Till the man has disappeared.
Trial version.
So the man controls their life. I'll continue
Trial
with this
version.
part again
Trial
when I
version.
take it up on Friday, and I'll finish the poem on Friday and sum it up. But before that, we
Trial
will
version.
discuss the question answers. I'll tell you,
Trial
all of you,
version.
please note it.
Trial
You will
version.
work out the language section of specimen paper 4.
Trial version.
You will